balance for me starts from myself. Am I balanced? Am I whole? Because if I'm not whole, I don't think I can take care of anything thrown in my direction. So how do I make sure my cup is full and overflowing consistently? Where do I find what can fill my cup? That's, in such a way that I can be able to give. As a woman, we are expected to give everywhere. From the time you leave your house, actually from the time you leave your bed. The truth is, somebody will ask you for Mama Mkate, Mama, we haven't got this money. So if I don't find that balance in myself, I know how to consistently fill my cup. This cup that I have, if you don't do a SWOT analysis of who you are, you won't know how to fill your cup.
Female success is basically a holistic aspect in terms of succeeding at home, in the office, and even just striking a proper balance. And at the same time, when you're at it, rising through that with fellow women or even the right support system to hold you through. Currently, I'm a mother, also a wife. I also work in the public sector. I also train, I referee. I'm also a loving daughter to my wonderful parents.
That's a lot. How are you keeping it balanced?
So it's just understanding that each one of them requires unique attention.
Okay.
You've got to be very conscious about balance, because as we know, everything that becomes extreme, then you will find you focus on one thing and the other one will fall.
Right.
And that goes for career as well. If I'm a career woman and everything is about my career, I'm likely to lose my family. So you've got to be very conscious and be intentional about how much time you spend on what. If I intend to get to school at my age, and many of us have gone to school in our adult lives, how do you balance that between your work, between home, between school? And we have a lot of social obligations that we've got to meet. Many of us have chamas. We don't abandon chamas when we go to school. We've got to continue. So a woman wears so many hats, but you've got to be very intentional and very conscious about how much time you spend on what. And especially I think the family unit is the most sensitive. If you look like you're spending a lot of time outside and doing a lot of stuff that are really okay for you, and then you find somehow the family is beginning to feel neglected, then you begin to get an environment which doesn't give you the support and the freedom now to thrive.
First and foremost, there are a lot of important things in your life, very many important things, and there are those that are urgent. We as women tend to make everything that is important urgent, so that now you get so overwhelmed with yourself that you burn yourself out. If you're burnt out, you don't have enough in your cup, you can't deal all these things. Yeah? So the question is, yes, important, but at what point in your life? Sometimes they end up layering to the question, yes, you can be a mother, you can run your business, and you can actually work.
What is it that we're doing to ensure that the norm or the status quo remains such that we're still able to coexist with each other? If I am sitting with an athlete who's of the opposite gender and is going through a certain challenge, and maybe vice versa, what advice is it that I'm able to give from my perception?
Okay.
It's always that there's always a different optical view towards certain things that always gravitates you to finding a solution and having conversations in different rooms. So you have a women's tournament was always indicated to be on Sundays. Now it's a matter of ensuring that the girls have a tournament on Saturday. And if it's the Women's Kenya Cup that is top tier and the men's championship or the Eric Shelley Shield, it curtain raises for the women. So you see, it's quite that balance that you have to cut it across. So that at the end of the day, you don't raise a girl or a boy who says that I can't play this sport or this sport is for women, but just ensuring that sports is fun, that it does not discriminate and people are able to strike that balance at an early age.
When you look at women, I think we have unique abilities to form relationships at all levels, at all stages of our lives, and those become significant support systems throughout life. When you look at when you are younger, who are you close to? Is it your siblings? Is it your colleagues? Is it your schoolmates? And that group of people that you feel okay with, that becomes your significant other. Whether it's because you are sick, whether it's because people that you can just chat with, like, hey guys, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? And you can keep changing your support groups as you move along the trajectory of life. In your career, you will find workmates who become so close, and it may be actually you don't even share anything outside the workplace, but you look forward to meeting them because you are sharing so much at workplace. Then as you grow older, when you reach my age, we have the chamas and ngone moitu, those who are cows in this group. You know how we love to just go and celebrate our moms. So you can have so many groups that support you for different things. I think women, we have unique abilities to cultivate those support systems, and depending on what you need, if you have that ability, then you can find the support you require from all sorts of different people around you.
The workplace is tough. We are going through so much. And when you hear mental health, it doesn't mean just the young ones or the junior ones. It goes all the way to the top. And that self-care is something that most of us have to invest in. Because sometimes you are just in a rut and you never stop to do anything. Thrive. And thrive is about mind, body, heart, and soul. And the mind is about your focus. How do you just sometimes sack those committees in your head, find the quiet and that noise. So that bit of mind is a big one. Body is take care of your body because that is a vehicle that is taking you around. Then when you go to heart, it's about relationships. Different people will work on you differently. You almost recruit your own board. People actually, I know some of the successful people have a board that works for them. And the final one is just the soul. And soul is not about religion, it's about purpose. Your morning alarm clock, your North Star. And people who are grounded in purpose become much more impactful. Wish you the very best.